Hi, it's Eldeen from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back, day number 7. 20 questions around about anxiety and depression. So what have we had today? Right, okay. Why can't people accept that depression is a real illness as pictures of the brain show a chemical imbalance? Right, I've spoken about this quite a few times, but let's just assume that is right for a second. So the picture, which should be coming on your screen now, of depression, and then one of a normal brain. Yeah, let's assume that you're right. So there you go, you've got the pictures there, so you can compare and see the difference. Yeah. So now you can go back and say to everybody, ha ha ha, I told you there's something wrong with me, which is going to satisfy some of the 6 needs. Anthony Robbins, look them up. So that's going to do that, and you're right about that. Let's just assume that for a second. What is your plan to get out of it? What do you plan to do? And that's the problem. There isn't really a plan to get out of it. I have problems with this. Yeah. So this image here. Because the first thing, normal brain, what's a normal brain mean? What does that mean? And the other thing is as well, do you really want to be normal? Do you really want to be average? Because that's what that means to me, normal, average. Is that what you want to be? Because I tell you what, if you're working towards average, then you're going to be disappointed when you get there, because there are going to be people ahead of you. So that's an issue. The other issue I have with that is that's a still image. And I've seen how you do those, they were talking about when they wanted to measure the anxiety, they had to strap people down so they got really, really anxious so they could measure it properly to see what the brain was doing. But once they got off the machines, then their brain went pretty much back to normal. Yeah, so those people, claustrophobia, because they put you into this, I don't know if you've had one of these, I have, on my magnetic stimulation on my shoulder. But they put you into this enclosed space, and those people who are claustrophobia, it's like, ah. But once you get off of that, then your brain isn't going to be like that. These images or these things, your brain does not stay this way. It changes from second to second to second. Yes, you might have a period of 5 minutes where you're like that, but then something will break your pattern. It's like, you know, when you're watching, you go into a room to go and find something, to go and get an item, and then someone speaks to you and then breaks your pattern. You forget what you went in there for in the first place. That happened, like that changes your state. Just that's broke the pattern. It's like, oh my god, what did I come in here for? Yeah, straight away your brain is going to have changed. Yeah, so it changes throughout the day. Yeah, it changes throughout the day. Now, I'm not saying that there's no problem, because there's and you don't have to go and prove to people that there's an issue. You know how you feel. You don't have to go and prove to anyone how you feel. You don't need to go and do that. You know how you feel. Now, I know in cases of, like, for example, where it comes to work, or maybe the spouse or somebody in the family is going, look, there's nothing wrong with you, blah, blah, blah. Then they're not really supporting you, then go and find someone else who will. But I know in some cases you need to like have a doctor's thing to say, look, this is the reason why they're off, here's the proof. Alright, fair enough. But generally you don't have to go and like say or go and prove that is, you've got the evidence of ha ha ha. You don't have to go and do that. You know how you feel. That's not the way to go about it. And this is more of a mindset thing. Yeah, because if you think about the chemical imbalance, the only people who have chemical balance are dead people. Because your chemicals always in balance if you're a human being. Yeah, your hypothalamus is always constantly changing all the chemicals in your body. As soon as you eat something, as soon as you drink something, as soon as a bit of pollution goes in your body, or something goes on your skin or something, your body has to react, it has to change constantly. Yeah, you've got hormones going off left, right, center, you've got insulin going off, you're constantly changing. Constantly, all the time. So this isn't like, do not worry about this. And the other thing, let's just assume that you're right. The question would be, how do I then change my brain to a normal one? That's the question that you want to be asking. That's the way you want to be thinking. What's the solution? What's the answer? How do I do it? And how you do it is you want to feel good. And how do you feel good? You can do serotonin levels, dopamine levels. So how do you do that? Exercise. So however you put it, the 5 things that the Mind Body Project does is exactly the same 5 things I'm going to be talking about. Whatever that question you come up with like that, it's exactly the same things. So it's exactly the same mechanisms. So that's, for me, that question, mindset, you need to sort out your mindset. So have to think about mindset. What is it that you want out of that? What's the intention? What specifically do you want to do? Okay, you can change your chemistry in your body. You're in charge of that. You just need some training in it. Yeah, there's techniques that, I was doing some last night, I was doing some shamanism techniques, some new meditation which I'm going to be practicing. Wow, that was intense, but my body I felt so amazing. But that's just me, like personal development. This is what I said about personal development. It's about training yourself, it's about learning things, it's about not spending time. It's about spending time doing things that actually serve you well, rather than watching shows that, or watching TV or things that are actually going to put negative thoughts or negative things in your head. So that's what this is about. It's about learning new behaviours. It's about doing things and learning 5 ways that you can feel good immediately. That's what you want to do. That's how to change all of that. So it's exactly the same thing to me. So, yep, you want to say an illness, I'm going to say behaviour. See, people will say to me, well, it is an illness. Like the medical and the drug companies, they all want everything to be an illness. Everything's an illness now. Obesity is an illness. What is it? Oppositional defiance syndrome, when a child says no. That's an illness. Everything's an illness now. Yeah, because then they can give you more drugs for it. Yeah, and just tell me about this. What are they curing? What's getting cured? They're never going to cure anything. They're not that stupid. Why are they going to cure anything? If everybody has a medical condition or an illness, they make more money. So why are they going to? Of course it's an illness. Yeah, but what results do they get? Yeah, everything treats symptoms, nothing cures anything. Yeah, they're not that dumb. They're not gonna cure anything for you. You have to do it. So it's up to you how you think about it. But if you're thinking illness and I've proved you all wrong, you're going in a direction where you're sabotaging your own life. It's you that's going to suffer from being right about that. Why do you want to be right about it? It's worth being wrong about it. Say, I want to be wrong about it. It's good to be wrong sometimes, especially when things are going to harm you. So stop that and move forwards and actually, what do I do? How do I change it? And then go ahead and do that. So that's what I say about that.